the dumbest criminal you've ever seen? My ex-husband Derek broke into my house 4 times before I finally invested in a security system. Not to steal anything, just to prove he could. The first time, he moved all my furniture 2 inches to the left so I'd walk into everything in the dark. The second time, he unplugged my refrigerator and let everything spoil. The third time, he stood over my bed while I slept and took photos on his phone with his willy out. I only knew because he texted them to me the next morning with a message that said, "You look peaceful when you dream." I could have done anything. The fourth time, he stole my daughter Mia's stuffed rabbit, the one she'd had since birth, and sent me ransom photos of it tied to a chair like some demented hostage situation. The police were sympathetic but useless. Detective Paulson kept telling me to document everything. Get a security system, he suggested after the rabbit incident. One with cameras and remote monitoring. Make it impossible for him to claim he wasn't there. So I did. I spent $3,200 I didn't have on a Safeguard Solutions premium package with 12 cameras, motion sensors on every door and window, and a smart lock system that could be controlled from my phone. The technician who installed it was a guy named Kevin, who looked at the fading bruises on my arms and didn't ask questions he already knew the answers to. Kevin spent 3 hours showing me how everything worked, but I was too exhausted to absorb most of it. He showed me the app, the arming sequences, the notification settings, the live feed access. I nodded like I understood while my brain cataloged everything that could go wrong. Kevin must have sensed my overwhelm because he simplified everything down to the basics. Red button arms the system when you leave, green button disarms it when you come home. If anything moves inside while it's armed, the police get called automatically. Simple enough, right? Except it wasn't simple at all. The first night, I set off the alarm at 2:17 a.m. by walking to the bathroom and forgetting the system was armed in stay mode, which apparently was different from away mode, and I'd mixed them up. The siren was loud enough to wake my 7-year-old daughter Mia, who came running into the hallway sobbing that daddy had come back. I couldn't remember the disarm code. My hands were shaking so badly I kept entering the wrong numbers. The police called while the alarm was still screaming, and I couldn't answer because I was trying to shut it off and comfort Mia simultaneously. 2 officers showed up 8 minutes later looking annoyed to find a confused woman in pajamas apologizing profusely for the false alarm. Officer Denise Kim was patient about it. These systems take time to learn. You'll get the hang of it. But her partner, a younger guy named Officer Troy Baskin, couldn't hide his irritation. 4th false alarm we've responded to this week, ma'am. Maybe read the manual next time before you waste our resources. I just apologized again and promised it wouldn't happen again. Kevin from Safeguard called the next morning after getting an alert about the false alarm. He offered to come back and give me another tutorial. No charge. I told him I was fine, that I'd figured it out, even though I absolutely hadn't. The second false alarm happened 3 days later when I came home from dropping Mia at school and forgot to disarm the system before opening the front door. The shrieking started immediately, and I panicked, pressing buttons randomly on my phone until something worked. The police were already on their way by the time I got it silenced. Officer Kim showed up alone this time, and her patience had worn thinner. "Ms. Vance, you're going to get fined if this keeps happening. The city charges $150 for repeat false alarms. I know the system is new, but you need to take the time to learn it properly." I nodded and apologized and felt like the stupidest person alive. That evening, I tried to go through the manual Kevin had left, but the technical language made my eyes glaze over and my anxiety spike. The third false alarm was the breaking point. I'd been carrying groceries inside and set them down to disarm the system, but apparently there was a 60-second window and I'd taken 70 seconds and the alarm triggered anyway. This time, Officer Baskin responded with a partner I hadn't met before, and they were both openly hostile. "This is ridiculous, ma'am. If you can't handle a basic security system, maybe you shouldn't have one. You're pulling us away from real emergencies." The humiliation burned through my chest. I apologized and explained I was still learning and promised it wouldn't happen again. After they left, I sat on my kitchen floor and cried while Mia ate cereal for dinner because I couldn't pull myself together enough to cook. That night, I made a decision that would turn out to be either the luckiest or dumbest thing I'd ever done, depending on how you looked at it. I turned the system off, not completely off, because Derek still terrified me and I needed something between us. But I disabled all the motion sensors and alerts except for the cameras. The cameras would keep recording to the cloud storage, Kevin had explained, even if the alarm system was disarmed. And what happened then changed everything. Full story is linked below or on my channel.